Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Again, I am Charles Coachman. You can reach me by cell phone or text at 408-439-0766, or you can email me at bayarealetstalk@gmail.com, bayarealetstalk@gmail.com. And if you are looking for some of the music that we post, you can go ahead and take a look at Soundtrack of My Life on Facebook, Soundtrack of My Life at Facebook. And then you can always look at us for Bay Area Let's Talk Music on Facebook also. And if you do want to get in touch with me, you can certainly send me a message in Messenger, or you can just message us with this live stream. All right, let's take a quick look and do what I do to get these shows started. Happy birthday shout outs. Elva Reminiak. Elva is an old friend of mine that have known her for many years with East Valley Church. So Elva, happy birthday to you. Andrew Hoagland is in the high-tech business dealing with real estate. And so, Andrew, happy birthday to you, working out of Arizona. Timothy Tone Chow, he is a realtor here in the South Bay, an extraordinary realtor, and happy birthday to you, Timothy. And then Daryl Davis, an old friend of mine, who we were coaches together, we umpired together, we worked together, and Daryl, just a fine guy. So Daryl, happy birthday to you. And then Danny Burgess, another realtor, working with a real estate business out of Palo Alto. So Danny, happy birthday to you. If it is your birthday out there, happy birthday to you, but especially you, Elva, Andrew, Timothy, Daryl, and Danny. Happy birthday to you all, and God bless. Let's take a quick look right here. And I like to mention the companies that we are using and helping us to get through business and get through each day. It's a Grow Live Academy, growliveacademy.com. That is a Ken Walls company. It is an awesome company. If you got an opportunity to use him and take advantage of the Grow Live Academy, do it. If you want to learn how to go live to grow your business, check out the Grow Live Academy. And then there are StreamYard.com. StreamYard.com is a company that we are using right now to do this live stream. So StreamYard.com, be sure to check them out. And then Hippo Video, it's a company that I use to send videos to my clients and friends and just try and keep up with everyone. Hippo Video. Your clients do not have to upload. They do not have to download. They just press play and the video plays for them right there. So Hippo Video, be sure to check them out. All right, let's see what we got going on here. It's always, my producer, he is bad. Well, let's see if we can find the right thing. It's Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Bay Area Let's Talk Music, and I'll get my information down there. Let's see what we have got. We're going to go over birthdays from last Saturday, Sunday, and today. And let's see, we're going to start on June 19th. June 19th, there's a birthday that I want to make sure that I have on here. Now, there's a conflict in dates of his birth, or not on the dates, but on the year. Tommy DeVito, part of the Four Seasons. Everybody remembers the Four Seasons. Their last big hit was December 1963, Oh What a Night. Let's pop that up and take a look at it. But here's the deal. Tommy DeVito is a guitarist with the Four Seasons. Was he born in 1928 or was he born in 1936? But one thing we do know is that he passed away on 9/21/20, but he was born on June 19th. June 19th. June 19th is all we know because we're not sure if it was 1928 or 1926. But let's share this out. This is just a An awesome song. I was a junior in high school, I believe, when this came out. Let's see, what year did it come out? 1976. So I was a junior in high school, I believe, or I was a senior. It was either my spring of 1976 or the fall of 1976, and I can't remember when, because my mind is losing it. But let's check it out. Let's take a quick listen to it. It's just a wonderful song, and I have enjoyed it. We're going to get to take a look at a few moments because I'm not getting in any trouble. And I didn't overload my screen with so many that I can't see, but we're going to get 30 seconds. I always love Frankie Valli. And that is it for that. I love the Four Seasons, love Frankie Valli. And of course, Frankie Valli's went on to have a big hit with, let's see, a couple years later when he sang the main song, the title song from Grease in the John Travolta movie with, I can't even remember her name. Damn. I'm getting old. Getting old, and it's not funny. Who was it? Who was in that? Hell, I don't know. Scott Ricard, good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a great Monday, Scott. I'll tell you what, I thought I was going to croak about an hour ago. I've been finishing cleaning up a house that we just sold. Clients had moved out of the area, so I wanted to make sure the house looked really well when the buyers were able to take over for it. This fat boy is not made for hot weather. I got to tell you that. I got to tell you that. Anyway, Grease. That was John Travolta and, of course, Olivia Newton-John. I didn't want to forget it while it was still on the tip of my tongue. So, Tommy DeVito, happy birthday to you. God bless you. Rest in peace. Let's take a look and let's move on into June 20th. June 20th which was actually yesterday. Chet Atkins. Chet Atkins, one of the greatest guitarists of all time, and he was a huge influence on George Harrison and Mark Knopfler. Chet Atkins was born in 1924. He died in 2001 at the age of 77. Mickey Most was a record producer who was a member of the Most Brothers band in the 50s, but he produced The Animals, Herman's Hermits, Lulu, and Jeff Beck. Then he ran his own label and had some hits with Hot Chocolate. And if I'm not mistaken, Hot Chocolate's hit was I Believe in Miracles. You sexy thing, you. And then Susie Quattro and Mud. And unfortunately, Mickey Most died on May 30th. May 30th, 2003. Bill Guy, born in 1936, was a singer with the Coasters. They had some great hits. Some of those wacky songs, Yakety Yak. I believe Little Eva was one of their songs. And then, of course, Charlie Brown. Now, that was around when I was a little kid. So, actually, it was before I was born, but it was still playing when I was a little kid. So that's the first time I heard of Charlie Brown. And it stuck. I became the one brown Charlie. All right. Billy Guy, born in 1936. Then, one of the greatest songwriters of all time, one of the biggest influences on music, over these last few decades. We'll see if we can catch who it is. Let's share this out. See if we can get that going. Boom. That's not going to work. Let's get that. And then let's pop up this. Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. There he is. In my room. In this world one of his favorite songs that he just absolutely loved. And he was the sole writer on that. So Brian Wilson, happy birthday, one day late, but you got to celebrate your birthday with your daughters. So happy birthday. Your daughters and your wife, if I'm not mistaken. So happy birthday to you, Brian Wilson. Then the next fella, Brian Wilson was born in 1942. So that makes Brian Wilson 79 years old. A music treasure, Brian Wilson. Now, I went to see Brian Wilson in 2000, 2001, and 2002, and he was completely out of it. He could not even say hello without reading it off a monitor. We saw him, my son and I went to see him in 2017 or 2000, it must have been in 2017, and saw him, and it was just about this time in 2017, and his life had changed. Everything had been turned around. He had been taken off all the heavy drugs and mind-altering drugs that he was taking. And it was like a new man. It was like a new man. And he was conversive. And he was singing. So it was really good to see that big change. And he lost so many years because of his drug intake, but then also psychiatrists that had him under heavy sedation all the time and basically controlled his life. It was a mess. But happy birthday, Brian Wilson. God bless you. And then we've got one more birthday here that I want to talk about for yesterday. And one of the guys that I have listened to, one of the guys that I've went to see in concert and have enjoyed. My wife and I went to see them in 2018, I believe. And we saw them just about this time in 2018. It might have been right around Mother's Day. So let's check this out. And it was his birthday yesterday. Let's do this, and then come up here. That's right, Lionel Richie.
No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. See a big stone about yeah.
So, Lionel Richie, that was when he was with the Commodores a few years ago. I think I might have been in high school when this song came out. It is still such a great song. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing it. It says 1977. I was a senior in high school. So Lionel Richie, happy birthday to you. One of the greatest entertainers we have had. We went to see him at the Concord Pavilion a few years back, and his show was spectacular. He just did an awesome job. And you just sometimes don't realize how good people are and the music that they make, how wonderful they are. And that guy has put out some hits. And I know my wife says, well, that's our song. And I'm going, well, what is it? She goes, well, it's a Lionel Richie song. That's our song. Okay. I don't have any idea what it is. And I love my wife, but I just don't know what our song is, because I've got my musical tastes are a little bit different. But Lionel Richie, happy birthday to you. Now we're going to do one more video here real quick. And this is a song and a singer that I absolutely loved. And for a long time, I thought it was a different singer that sang it. And I mean, for a long time. And then finally I said, well, hold on. That's an Otis Redding song. No, sir, it was not. This fellow's name is O. It started with O. Then it was OC. So here we go. Let's watch this real quick. And that's our last video for the day. And we'll get in and get this going, because I am running behind. Imagine that, running behind on a Monday. Let's see, we can get this up.
With my head down in my eyes, she says and I stumble to the breakfast table while the kids are going off to school goodbye. And she reaches out and takes my hand and squeezes it, says, how you feeling, hon? And I look across the smiling lips that warm my heart.
And I set this in the wrong place, so I'm not going to get the whole doggone song. But O.C. Smith, Little Green Apples. O.C. Smith was born on this date in 1936. This was his big hit, Little Green Apples. And I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. But I thought it was Otis Redding for a long time. For a long, long time, I thought it was Otis Redding. Don't know how I could have made such a mistake, but it happens. It happens, I guess. So O.C. Smith, happy birthday to you. He passed away back in 2001, November 23rd, 2001. It is also, and this is one of my favorite groups of all time, Ray Davies. Ray Davies' birthday today, so happy birthday, Ray Davies. They have been around for a long time. They were part of the original English invasion, or British invasion as we called it. The Kinks. You really got me. It wasn't Van Halen that started this song. It was the Kinks. And they had so many hits along the way. Some of them were funny as heck. Some of them were talking about what was going on at the time. But they were phenomenal. And I absolutely love the Kinks. I think they're one of the greatest rock and roll groups of all time. 1944, a fellow named Miguel Vicens, bass player with Los Bravos. Who the heck is Los Bravos? Well, you'll know the song. You'll know the song. Black is Black. Black is Black. Do you remember that? Black is Black. I want my baby back. First Latino with the first Latino band with a huge hit in the U.S. They called them the Spanish rock band. That went to number 2 in the U.K. and number 4 in the U.S. Huge hit. Huge hit. And then Chris Britton, born in 1945, guitarist with the Troggs. And, of course, the Troggs played Wild Thing. And then Joey Molland, guitarist and vocalist with Badfinger, had a number 7 hit. Number 7 hit in the U.S. with Come and Get It. Come and Get It. But they also had another big hit. Oh, let's see. And Nilsson covered it, Without You. Without You. And Badfinger was a great band, but a tragic band. One of those stories where the manager runs off with all their money, and it was just a terrible, terrible deal. So, Joey Molland, happy birthday to you. Greg Munford, Strawberry Alarm Clock. They had a huge hit in 1967, #1 single with Incense and Peppermint. Joey Kramer, drummer with Aerosmith. Of course, they had a ton of hits, but they've mentioned Love in an Elevator and I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. That's a couple of their latest hits, but of course, they had huge, huge hits in the 70s. And then 1953, born on this date, Nils Lofgren. Now, I was thinking Nils Lofgren was with a bunch of bands, and he was. But the biggest band, he went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the E Street Band. And he did a bunch of tours for many years with the E Street Band. So Nils Lofgren, happy birthday to you. Wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's turn back and let's take a look at This Day in Rock, and we're just going to call it This Week in Rock because we're going to start on Saturday. The Four Tops went to #1 in the U.S. with I Can't Help Myself. In 1971, Carole King started a 5-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with It's Too Late. And I believe it was a double A side with It's Too Late and I Feel the Earth Move. Not a bad single. Not a bad single. And then, let's see, 1980, Donna Summer was the first act to be signed with the newly formed Geffen Records. Guns N' Roses in 1987 played their first 3 nights in the UK at the Marquee Club in London. And then Tina Turner went to #1 in the UK with What's Love Got to Do with It. That was #1 on the album charts. 1969, June 20th, David Bowie recorded Space Oddity at the Trident Studios in London. In 1969, here's a concert I was not even aware of. This was the first day of the 3-day festival in Newport, California, featuring Ike and Tina Turner, Marvin Gaye, Creedence Clearwater Revival, The Byrds, The Rascals, Steppenwolf, The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Janis Joplin, Johnny Winter, and Eric Burdon and Love. 3-day cost for a ticket, $15. $15. Every one of these groups. Every one of these people are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Amazing. 1997, Lawrence Payton of the Four Tops died from liver cancers at the age of 59. The group had the 1965 hit, #1 hit with I Can't Help Myself, and the 1965 #5 UK, Standing in the Shadow of Love. Oh, standing in the shadow of love. Oh, 2000, the Ronettes were awarded $2.6 million in back earnings from Phil Spector. Phil Spector a cheat? Come on. Judge Paula Omansky ruled that the legendary producer had cheated them out of their royalties. Oh, Phil. Phil's no longer with us. Phil, you had a tough life. Well, you had a good life, but you were a little out there. 1966, guitarist Jimmy Page made his live debut with the Yardbirds at the Marquee Club in London. That was on June 21st, 1968. 1966, the Rolling Stones sued 14 hotels over a booking ban in New York City, claiming the ban was violating their civil rights. I think some of those hotels didn't like the reputation of the bad boys. 1975, appearing live on stage with 120,000 fans at Wembley Stadium, Elton John, the Beach Boys, Joe Walsh, Rufus, and the Eagles. Holy smokes. Also in 1975, Captain and Tennille went to #1 with Love Will Keep Us Together. Love Will Keep Us Together, their #1 hit. It was Neil Sedaka's song. And in 1975, Ritchie Blackmore quit Deep Purple to form his own group, Rainbow. I think we'll hear that story again. Johnny Rotten was attacked in a brawl outside of, in 1977, Johnny Rotten was attacked outside of Dingwalls in Camden, London. I think they took a razor to him. It was a pretty tough attack. So that is where we are going to leave it for that day. I thought we had a couple more stories, but that is it for today. Music on, World Off. Music on, World Off. We will be putting some of those songs. We'll be putting them all up there and maybe a few more this week. If not tonight, but this week. As I got to get ready for another show this afternoon, but we'll put some music up there. Hope that you have a wonderful day. God bless you. Enjoy your day. Music on, World Off. Have a great evening. Bye. Scott, I thought you were gone, man. Hey, Scott, have a great night. Enjoy yourself. God bless, man. Bye.